Good morning, dear students. How are you? All are happy. Anyway, we are in the English class now. All of you remember the boy? Do you remember? The boy who sets out on a trip to appreciate the beauty of nature? Okay. The story written by Ruskin Bond, How Far is the River? On the way, he met an woodcutter. But the woodcutter did not encourage the boy to go to the river. Then what happened? What did the boy do then? Now to understand, you may read the next parts of the story. On page number 10, the path was steep, then up to this part, an hour on page number 11. He had walked for over an hour. Up to that point, you can stop. All of you take your textbook and read silently. The path was steep and the boy had to run most of the time, up to an hour. He had walked for over an hour. Up to that point, all of you read, then underline the difficult words also. Okay? All of you do it first. Then listen to me. Okay? All are ready? All of you read? Okay. Here, describing about the path. What about the path? It was very steep. Most of the time, the boy had to run. The boy had to run. The path was steep and the boy had to run most of the time. Winding path, and he slipped once or twice. Slipped once or twice. It was a dizzy, winding path and he slipped once or twice. Okay. Then slipped, going to fell. Okay. Then what about the hill? The hill was covered with lush green ferns. The trees were wound in creepers, and a great wild dahlia would suddenly rear its golden head from the leaves and ferns. In total, we can say the path was thickly forested area, that is thickly planted area, so many trees, flower, bushes, creepers, ferns, etc. in that path. He can't walk properly. The path also very steep one and windy one. Windy means windy stair. Do you know windy stair? Winding path. And so many times he slipped. Okay. Then what happened? Soon the boy was in the valley. The path straightened out and rose. He met a girl who was coming from the opposite direction. What was in her hands? A long carved knife with which she had been cutting grass. She wore bangles, and that bangles made music when she moved her hands. And it was as though the hands spoken a language of their own. In the last class, we described the girl. Here, the girl near him, or she was coming from the opposite direction. A long curved knife with her. It was for cutting the grass. She wore bangles that made music whenever she moves her hands. And it was as though the hands spoke a language of their own. Understand? He asked, "How far is to the river?" The girl had obviously never been to the river. It was very clear that she was not going to the river. She may have been thinking of another one because she said 20 miles without any hesitation, without any thinking or without any stop. She told him about 20 miles. The boy laughed and ran to the path, and the sound of a parrot he heard, screeching sound. It flew over his head. The bird disappeared amongst the trees. Then he heard the trickle sound of water from the hillside. The water was cold and sharp but very refreshing. He was thirsty, and the sun was striking his side to the hill. Dusty path, a very hot situation or hot climate, stones scorching the boy's feet. He thought that he was halfway. He walked for an hour. On the way, he met another boy driving a few goats goats down the path. He was rearing goats. He asked, "God, sheep's goats. How far is the river?" He smiled in a friendly way and said, what did he say? "Oh, not far, just around the next hill and straight down." Okay, now to understand the next part, all of you read the next part of the story. Read silently, underline the difficult words again up to the end of the story. Again read. Then I will give you some clues to understand about the story. Okay, I think all of you read. Okay, read. Here the boy had to run most of the time because the path was very steep. Once or twice he slipped because of the windy path. Okay, then he describes about the sound of birds, a parrot's screeching sound. Then a girl came, then another boy came, and he was very close to him. And they together ate the loaf of bread. They together began talking and walking. He forgot about the heat of the sun and the distance he had covered and the distance he had yet to cover. At last, he missed the village boy. His own home was also hidden from the view by the side of the mountain. The river was not sight either. He began to feel discouraged. But his determination to see the river. He walked again and again. He felt very loneliness. There was no sign of man or any sign of man's influence. Only trees, rocks, bramble and flowers. What is bramble? Shrubs, bushes. That's only on the way. bramble and flowers. There everywhere there is silence. There was silence. The boy little frightened. The boy little frightened. It was different from the silence of a room or a street. It was the silence of space, of the unknown, the silence of God. He was little frightened. As the boy rounded a sharp bend, the silence broke into sound. What was the sound? Roaring sound, the sound of the river. The river tumbled over the rocks. The boy gasped and began to run. He breathed heavily and began to run. He slipped and stumbled, but still he ran. Then he was ankle deep in the painfully cold mountain water. He was now in the river, and the water was blue and white and wonderful. He was very happy. In excitement, he slipped and stumbled. He still ran in the river. He had only heard of the river. Now he was in the river. He was very happy. He was very happy. Okay? Then, what about the side questions? Side questions from 7th to 16. You may read the paragraphs again and try to answer the questions individually. I will give you the answers after all. I will give you all answers after all. First, all of you try to answer these questions individually. Read the parts of the story and try to answer the questions. Then the new words are in the glossary or at the end of this unit. You may find out that words also in the story and write in your notebook. This is one homework for you. I will give you the answers of these questions after you refer or you try to answer these questions. Simple questions. Read the story and answer the question. Any doubt, you can call me. Okay? Now, listen. Take a page number 19, activity 14. Page number 19, activity 14. Sorry, page number 18, activity 12. All of you take page number 18, activity 12. Okay, listen. Some sentences are given here. The boy walked along the path. The sturdy boy walked along the stony path. The young barefooted sturdy boy walked along the stony path. Which sentence tell you more about the place and the boy? Which sentence tell you more about the place and the boy? The last sentence. Third sentence. The young barefooted sturdy boy walked along the stony path. The young barefooted sturdy boy walked along the sturdy path. This type of words, that is sturdy, young, barefooted, this type of words we can say as describing words. Which are the words? Describing words. Words which describe nouns or pronouns are termed as describing words, that is adjectives. All of you heard about adjectives? Okay? Describing words are called adjectives, or describing words, that is describe nouns or pronouns, are termed as describing words. These words are commonly called as adjectives. Then an extract from how far is the river is given here. You can find out describing words and naming words from this paragraph. That is another homework for you. Describing words and naming words. What is naming words? Name of person, place or thing. That is example, water is given here. You may find out some other words from this paragraph. And describing words also. Describing words, that is words of, it may be describing the nouns or pronouns. Example is given here, called. Okay. Then one more homework for you, that is, he met on the way a girl. Do you remember? We already described the girl. Now imagine what will be the possible, or here some conversations are here. You may write the possible conversation between the boy and the girl. Okay. Now we can stop. Thank you.